everybody. That's quite cool. Sorry, my face camera angle is a little weird today because I'm going to be using the tripod to actually film some stuff while we're going. Oh, I gotta fix the computer really quick. But that being said, hello everybody. Welcome to the stream. Thank you so much for stopping by. I appreciate it. Welcome, Copper. Berk forever, yes. Hello, Joseph. Everyone, Copper's a mod now, so you can say hello to Copper the mod. Today, we are building Stormfly. That's what this cup is. This is all of the parts from Stormfly. Ordered from 2 sellers on Bricklink. Pretty good stuff. I'll probably have a short up about that eventually here. It's really warm up here too, so sorry if I keep moving my hair out of my face. It's very warm in the room right now. It's like in direct sunlight. Anyway. Hello, Joseph. Been waiting since the 19th. Thank you. I appreciate it. That's been a few days. But yeah, I'm very excited. I finally got all the pieces in. And we're gonna start building. I will say while we're doing this, first we're gonna have the very satisfying piece dump. While we are doing this, I am gonna get some footage for a video, just so everyone knows. But yeah, thank you for waiting. I appreciate it. Here is all of the pieces, some new, some old. This is Stormfly though. It's quite bright coming through the light in this one spot. Sorry about that. This build quickly switched. If you watch the videos, you know that she was originally sand blue. That was going to be $100, so I decided not to do that. We went with light blue. I think it looks better, and it was only $30, so we got a much better deal this way. Been thinking about building a mod from Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order. I love that game. I think Jedi Fallen Order and Survivor, I think, are two of my favorite Star Wars stories ever. I love them. They are really, really great. Cal is like one of my favorite Star Wars characters, and BD1 obviously. I think, where is he? Oh, you can't see right now. The face cam's weird, but I have the BD1 set back here. He sits next to me while I do stuff. Starting out here, I'm actually going to be laying out some pieces. Because I want to get a shot of all of the pieces out together for the video I have planned. So we're just going to do that really quick. It is just the excitement about the movie. I'm 100% sure that's what it is. We're getting very close to that movie coming out, and I am quite excited. The reason the stream is today and not yesterday is I saw Mission Impossible Dead Reckoning yesterday, which was great. And the next movie I'm really excited for is How to Train Your Dragon. Yeah, the little BD1 figure, it's like honestly one of my favorite like little droid molds they've done is those little BD guys. I think they're super cute. But yeah, when you have it, you might as well make use of it. And we're getting, I think the advent calendar is supposed to have another one, like a blue one. I don't know if it's the same blue one that we got in the Mandalorian ship, but maybe. So you might be able to have like a little army of them. Where are we going? Yeah. I do think out of the two games, I think Survivor is my favorite. Which I know is like not exactly the main opinion people have, but for me, like I read the High Republic books, and Survivor is so like deeply connected to those books that it has to be my favorite. Like it's so good. It's so connected to those ones, which is awesome. Laying parts out. Yeah, it is like the little BD one, because I think the only set we've gotten the red one in is in the buildable BD, which I think it's on shelf, so I'm not sure, but I don't remember. But yeah, like that's the only way you could get it, so it's a pricey figure, that one is. The Guardian ships? Yeah. The Milano one, like especially the new one of my friends got that one recently, and he was showing me, and it's really cool. Like the new like Ultimate Collector Series Milano one, that is a really, really cool set. Wow, my camera's really weird here. I'm gonna move this real quick. Bear with me. I really like the Milano design. And then I have the Benatar one from the Infinity War wave. So not the this one's just being wonky. Not the like the collector series one like the Milano they did for recently, but I have the Infinity War one. And that ship's really cool. I loved that ship design. I'm just trying to get all these pieces laid out as fast as I can here so we can get started. Also, I see my cat lurking down there, so if I have to leave suddenly, it's because my cat's knocking stuff over, and I will be right back. He likes to run on the Millennium Falcon Lego set, the UCS one, which is unfortunate. That thing has been through quite a bit. Yeah, we're just laying out pieces. Any of the Ninjago actual ships, not the spaceships. Like the Destiny's Bounty ones. I think that's probably the one you're talking about. I don't have any of those ones. I've always that's one I've wanted to get a Destiny's Bounty before, but I've just never gotten them. Most of the Ninjago stuff I buy, especially like these days, ends up just being like dragons. Because I have to limit which themes I buy at this point sometimes. So I have a lot of the dragons, but less of the like the ships and stuff. I really like the Bounty though, and I mean it is kind of like a dragon ship, right? So maybe I can excuse myself if I buy it. But I haven't really gotten any of the Bounties. When I was much younger, one of my friends had, I think it was like the original Bounty, and that one was pretty sick. That was a really cool set. We played with those so much, though. Those, like, old Ninjago sets. He's in chat sometimes, Robotic Doom. Me and him were like, our Lego lore was crazy. Ooh. Where are we going with this? Let's put these here. You guys are kind of witnessing the video creation process right now too, because I am going to do a video off Stormfly, so I'm like laying everything out here for when I get to that point. Do you have the Lloyd? I do not have the Lloyd Ultra Golden Dragon. That thing, I should have bought it, but I did not. It's a very cool one. That is a good set. But yeah, I do not have that one, unfortunately. Oh, I'm throwing pieces here. I have, like, especially, like, the newer dragons. I really like those ones because they're, like, very rideable, very to scale. I have the original Zane's Ice Dragon. That was my first Ninjago set. I think it's still built somewhere, too. Don't know where I put it. But I think it's still built somewhere. I also have the Skeleton Dragon from Ninjago is one of my favorite sets of all time. Like, that thing is super cool. I really loved that one. Yeah, the Ultra Dragon, like the golden one, is absolutely one of the best the ones they've done there, Copper. Like, that was a fantastic set, and not just like a good set. It was a good, like, it was a great dragon, good set. It was just very, very cool. It was a very good one. I think Stormfly here is a lot of pieces. I think it's about like 300 pieces, so we got a lot to lay out. Yeah, I actually bought the like Nindroid 3-headed one from my friend. He had a bunch of like old Lego, and he was like, I'm not going to do anything with this. And so I bought some of them off of him. And one of those was the Nindroid Ultra Dragon. That thing, that's a cool set. Those, like, anytime Ninjago makes like a big dragon, you know you're in for like a fun build. I don't know why I pushed these all so far away from me. Yes, absolutely. If you are here and new, liking helps me out a ton, especially as we get close to the ending of the Berk series. I mean, it's not technically ending yet, but we are getting to like a mid-season finale here. It's gonna help out a ton, and yeah, subscribing is always fun. I do a lot of How to Train Your Dragon stuff, and little teaser for those that are here. The next build after How to Train Your Dragon is going to be Minecraft related. I have a plan, and I'm going to announce said plan in a video coming out not this weekend, but next weekend. Next weekend, there'll be a new video about Minecraft stuff. So, yeah, thank you, Copper, for the reminder. We got some stuff coming out. How to Train Your Dragon and Minecraft related. I feel like those are really going to be a lot of the focus on the channel here, especially starting out. A lot of Minecraft, a lot of How to Train Your Dragon. Ooh, okay, we're getting there. We're almost all sorted here. I keep just pushing this farther and farther away from myself. I'm going to have to stand up eventually. There. Here. There's 4 of those. I knew there were. But yeah, how... Chicken jockey, yep. Yeah. I hope I probably will include meme stuff in there. But it is, I think, going to be very fun. I haven't seen it done a lot in Lego Minecraft stuff yet either. Out there in the fandom. So I think it will be a good one. I am quite excited for it. But first, we have to finish Berk. And we're getting close. We're getting close, everyone. I would like the episode coming out tomorrow. That is a big one. It's a big episode. I didn't expect to get so much done, and then all of a sudden, like, the build is almost complete. So that video will come out tomorrow. I think it goes live very early Pacific time. I think it's gonna go live at like 6. I think it's 7 Pacific time. Is when I have those set to go live. So big update for that one. Berk, like when I say it's almost complete, I mean it. We're like almost done. Which is honestly wild to think, because when I started this build, I didn't think we were gonna really go this crazy with it, and now all of a sudden I want to do like a big How to Train Your Dragon thing for a long time too, and we just like I never really went for it, and then suddenly I had some time and I was like, you know what, we should do it. The first episode for this series went out like a year before the second one too, so there was a big gap in episodes there, but we've made it. We're almost at the finish line here. I'm gonna open those. So thank you everyone for especially like subscribing recently and helping out. It's been a big boost to the channel. And we are almost at the finish line. So we're getting there. I think these ones are slightly the wrong color actually. That's probably fine though, because I might have done it wrong when I was building on a Bricklink too. I don't remember. I kind of I quickly part swapped a bunch of stuff because like I said, it was going to be like $100 for the sand blue ones. And I was like, yeah, no, I'm not paying that. A monster, like a monster? Yes, exactly, though. Honestly, it kind of has. This build has gone to places I didn't think it was going to. And happened much faster than I thought it was going to as well. So, it will be... I'm excited to see it done. And then build something else. That's the best part about Lego, is you just keep building. Just like Dory would say. Okay. We are getting there. I'm going to sort the rest of these out. Up here. How's everyone's night going, though? I know some of you over there are on East Coast time. So it's a little later for you. My night is really just getting started. Sun's still out. It's nice out. I'll probably take my dog out after this. She is angry that I'm not outside with her right now. Ooh. Because she is a monster for going outside. She will just go in and out the door all day long if she could. But we try not to let her because we got coyotes around, so she'll try to eat them, and I don't think she'll win that fight usually. So she doesn't get a dog door. She has to ask us to let her out every single time, which I'm surprised she's not asking me right now, honestly. But I'll take it. You'll see there's lots of different pieces in here. I used some like different techniques on this one than I did with Toothless. A little bit. There's still a lot of similar stuff, but there's a little bit of difference there too. Okay. I'm going to stand up a little bit so that I can easily get to some of this stuff. But yeah, I hope everyone so far is having a good night. It's like really nice out here too today. Like usually it's not this nice outside, so, but I'm more of an inside person anyway. So I'll stay inside all the time. I do. I've always got it ready to go. But honestly, she just likes to sit outside. She loves the, like, especially now that it's sunny. She just likes to frolic out in the sun. Which is fair. She's a dog. So, you know, maybe these like different colors are going to bring a nice pop of difference to the build. But yeah, she's a dog, so dogs like being outside. It's a fair thing to wish for. Ooh, watermelon. I had a watermelon salad the other night, which is really yummy. It is very like that. It's that summer fruit, that summer vibe. We have reached it, which is exciting. Even though I am more of a fall person, I like the fall and the winter. I like the cold weather, but I can't deny that summer is fun. I cannot deny that fact at all. We're almost there, everyone. Thank you for hanging tight, and then we'll get into the real meat of the stream when we start building here. I'm going to push all of there we go. The spikes away. That's going to be my least favorite part of the build, I think. The spikes. When I was placing those in studio, I was like, man, I'm going to have to do this myself. Do I really want to do this? So I don't love placing spikes into like the little slots there. That's like the hardest one on the fingers for me. But yeah, there've been lots of birds around my house too. I saw a heron the other day. Orange, good favorite color there. Oh, that's why I love fall too. I'm Pacific Northwest, right? And so the trees are crazy. We got so many colors, and it's just like a beautiful time to be here. It's just really great. I love the fall. The mountains though, with like the fall and the trees, that sounds like a really, really nice time. My sister's a big hiker, so she likes to go out on all these hikes, and I mean, we're in the Pacific Northwest, like I said, so there's tons of really good hiking areas here. Here we go. We're getting there. In hindsight, I could have laid this out before stream, but I'm not going to lie, I didn't have time to, so we're doing it now. We're doing it live. A little look into the process of making videos. Plus, I think Stormfly is going to be a quick build, I think. I mean, it's only 300 pieces, so, you know, not too bad. Ooh, Blue Ridge Mountain sounds nice. Yeah, that sounds really pretty. Oh, there it is. I just tossed a piece, but I found it. We're good. I was worried I'd have to dig around. There we go. Ooh, these ones are getting stuck. Little tiny tiles. Round tiles are good, though. These are just, like, for detailing later. We'll see. I might switch these ones out, honestly. There's some stuff I really want to test with this. And I made instructions for Stormfly. They're on Rebrickable, but I do want to... I might update them after this stream. We'll see, depending on how I feel about some of the parts of the build. Instructions are linked below. I'm sorry I have to plug it. But they're on Rebrickable, if anyone is interested. Same with Toothless. And they're both minifig scale versions, so. Also, Spider-Man Web Slinger's on there. One of my more popular videos, the one that really kind of took off on this channel a long time ago. That Web Slinger's a big one. Here we go. We are almost there, everyone. Thank you for hanging in. Oh, the little, like, dancing minions one? Yeah, that one's kind of cute. Well, okay, the minions are cute. I'm not the largest fan of how they did Gru on that one. I'm a big Despicable Me fan. I love the Despicable Me franchise. They're kind of goofy and corny, and I love them. So I have lots of opinions. And I wish Gru had, like, the little Pinocchio nose for the minifigure. But I really like the dancing minions. I think that part is adorable. I like that they can, like, wiggle back and forth. The Gru, I've seen some, like, modifications that make him, like, slightly better. But there's something about the way they did the Gru on that one that is a little uncanny. But, I mean, I like Despicable Me, so. I like the little, like, minion battle pack, basically is what it is. I like that one because I feel like it's a great way to get some minions, especially some kind of, like, silly, funny-looking minions. I mean, they're all kind of funny-looking, but I'm a big fan of those guys, as silly and weird as they are. Okay, here we go. There's just a couple more pieces here to part out. But yeah, I did this on Bricklink, 2 different sellers. They were both great. They separated the bricks. They both started with an E2. One was like EMS bricks. They left a little note that was fun, and then I don't remember the other one. It was like also it was like I want to say it was like EHS bricks, but I feel like that's just too close to the other one. Hello, Procrastinators! Welcome back! Multiple times a day to get tickets or bypass the waitlist. There's screenings. Ooh, there's screenings as soon as the 31st. That's exciting. I have been looking for, like, early screenings near me, and I haven't found any yet, but I am diligently looking. I do have tickets to see it at least on June 11th. So we'll be there at least a couple days early. But if I could see it early, 31st, I would love to go. That's the wait list. I wonder, because I think a lot of them, from what I can tell, a lot of the places doing it are more like private theaters. Or like the fancy theaters that are like more like cinema adjacent, not really like the AMC Regal chains. So, I'm trying to find one. Go Phobo. Okay, that's a good call. I've used them one time for the Ahsoka premiere. Not premiere. When they played one episode of Ahsoka in theaters. That's more what it was. But I used them that one time, so maybe I try that one too. That's a good tip, thank you. Because, oh, I'd love to see it a little early. Just like, I'm just excited. I'm ready. I've been watching lots of behind the scenes stuff. Copper's been sending me some great like behind the scenes stuff for it. And I am ready to go. I probably will cry, I think. I think test drive's gonna make me cry. Oh, I do have some cool videos coming out later this couple weeks, though. I developed a new piece of tech that I built that is going to be used in some future videos here with How to Train Your Dragon that, like, will be test drive related. So stay tuned for those. There will be some shorts. Okay, just the claws left, and then we can start building here. Oh, there we go. Oh. These things are so hard to get together sometimes. I think it is How to Train Your Dragon. There's the GoFobo website will do like early screenings for stuff, and they do like special screenings. Like when TV series get a theater release, they'll sometimes do like the GoFobo screenings. They're just like, I don't know, they're like a separate ticket seller. They're pretty good. Like I said I went like for the Ahsoka when they did episode 5 in theaters for that show, and that was really cool. I think they're doing some for like other shows now too. The Ahsoka one was a big hit, so I think they're trying to do it for other stuff. I think Andor might be getting some theater releases here and there. Ooh. I guess those ones are going to be backwards. There we go. Almost. Oh, just have like a tiny one. Yeah, that's fair. Theater audiences have become like really. Sometimes like they're fine, but sometimes the audiences are like really obnoxious. I mean, I was seeing Mission Impossible last night, right? And this like the IMAX franchise, right? Like Mission Impossible, like meant to be seen on IMAX. Tom Cruise was like, yeah, thanks for coming to IMAX. There were like people like on their phones, and I'm like, no, please put that away. It's distracting. Anyway, that's fair though. Maybe like get a projector, like a little projector. Give me 1 second. I want to pull up my instructions for this. A little PDF, and I'm gonna pop back and forth between chat. Yeah, I'm excited to see it in IMAX. I don't remember if I've seen any of the other How to Train Your Dragon things in IMAX, so I'm very excited. Alright, give me 1 second. I'm going to use my little tripod here, and we're going to get a shot for the video. So you're, again, witnessing that filmmaking process here. Live in the studio. Here we go. Okay. We're just going to let that roll for like 10 seconds. And I can cut it if we need to. But yeah, IMAX is going to be very cool. I'm excited. And it is, I think, especially just for like test drive, and then the Red Death. Red Death's going to be crazy, I think. I really like the design for the live action version too. I think they did a great job of like keeping it new while also maintaining all the spooky stuff of the original. We're just going to keep this over here. Okay, let me set up a time lapse on my phone camera here, and then we're going to get started building Stormfly. Here we go. Okay, time lapse running. We're going to actually begin now. 30 minutes into the stream. Okay. But now that the parts are all organized, this is going to be a much easier build. We start with the feet here, and these are going to go like this. I am tabbing back and forth between chat here too, so if I miss something, let me know. I'll pull it back up. I was seeing Dean Deblois was talking about 40x for this movie too, which I have not seen a movie in 40x, so I'm wondering if it would be a fun one. I'm kind of like, I feel like I don't need to see it in 40x. I think IMAX is going to be plenty for me, so I will be content there. We also have the IMAX I go to has a pretty big screen. It's not like the full 70 millimeter. that's at the Science Center. If I like the movie enough, I'll go there. But we have a pretty good IMAX screen. Stormfly's like feet claws or talons, I guess, are the only parts of the build that are like black claws, and I'm wondering if I'm gonna change that eventually. I guess we will find out. But yeah, I'm excited to have this one built. Stormfly's been designed for a long time. For a long time. So I'm excited to get a chance to have her fully built. Oh, you can see my phone on the stream there. That's doing the time lapse, just so everyone knows. Ooh. Okay, 31st, 11 on the 3rd, the 4th. Okay, cool. I will have to check that out after the stream here. To see if I can nab one. Because I would love to see it early. I wonder if any of my theaters around me are doing it early. I am curious. Alright, there we go. There are Stormfly's feet, officially. That is kind of cool. 1 second here. There we go. And okay, make sure the time lapse is still going. There we go. Okay. Yeah, I will have to check and see if there's any around me. Because I know I would go, and I know I have some friends that would probably go too. Although I'm definitely like the biggest How to Train Your Dragon fan out of the people I know, so I'm gonna be the one screaming the most. We're moving on to legs here. Let's see, what if I put those there? We got those. Yeah. Because of the way Bricklink Studio works, these are kind of like, I don't know yet how to have it tell you to do it twice. So you just do it like once. I'm still learning some of the like instruction building process on that site, but the fact that you can build instructions at all is just pretty cool. I really like that that's a feature of the website. They really did a good thing there. Yeah, you might be able to, I mean, I know, because I know AMC and like Regal, they're all doing the early June 11th screening. But having some other screenings is good to know about. I'm definitely gonna look for those. There we go. Okay, here's 2 legs. It's a pretty simple design for a lot of this stuff. But, oof, I'm probably not gonna immediately in the instructions it tells you to like immediately attach these two. I'm not going to do that yet. I'm going to build with my own like creative liberties on my own instructions. Yeah, I like that places are starting to do this like early screening stuff though, or like a little more. I feel like there's always been early screenings, but I feel like some places are, for certain things, they're doing a little bit more, which is nice. Gives people, and especially for like How to Train Your Dragon, we already know the whole entire story, so it's not like we're trying to cover up spoilers here. We already know exactly what happens. So we can show it early to some people. Then flip it this way. 2, 3, 4 of these. We're working on the body right now too. I will say, I do not have a Astrid minifigure for when this is done yet. I already messed it up. I need a brick separator. I don't have an Astrid minifigure because I have not opened my Viking Village yet. But I will get that ready for the episode in, not tomorrow, but next week. Don't fear. Oh, 25 are AMC. 9. Nice. I love AMC the most anyway, so that's probably good for me. I do have all 3 near-ish, though. so I could probably find it. But I'm an AMC guy. I have A-list and all that, and AMC I just like better. Plus, the one by me has the fancy like reclining seats. Woo! Those ones are nice. I like those. Ooh, 10 likes? Hey, thank you everybody. I appreciate that. That's I think more than usually we get off the initial live stream. So thank you so much. I appreciate it. Hello everyone who's here hanging out. And thank you Procrastinators for the GoFobo info. That's gonna be. I'm checking that out after the stream. I'm taking a look. Yeah, that's I'm gonna have to see, cause I do have a hankering to see this movie early. My goal now is to see as many of the How to Train Your Dragon movies as I can early. I've seen only one of them early so far, Hidden World, so. Oh, I'm throwing stuff. But man, was that a good movie to see early? Absolutely zero chance of spoilers. And it was a great movie. I love it. If I'm looking up this way, it's because this is where my, I'm looking up here a lot because this is where I have the instructions and also the chat, so I'm tabbing back and forth. Eventually, if the channel gets monetized at any point, we'll have a much better setup here for streams, but for now I'm tabbing around. Might have to reorganize the room a little bit. But yeah, Movie Man. Hey, Movie Man's a good role to be. Everyone loves having a movie man. It's an important part of the movie-going process. Here's her body so far. Kind of long there, but that's good. Because Stormfly is a bit bigger than Toothless, so she's a larger dragon than he is. Also, if you can't see her very well, let me know. I'm trying to keep her. I'm trying to keep everything on display as much as I can, but sometimes my hands lose track of where the camera's actually pointing. I'm relearning all of the things I did to build this. I heard you mentioned 40x. But probably not for a first watch. If you ever... Oh, so it's kind of like Star... That makes sense. It's like Star Tours for 40x. That's kind of what I heard. Like, you're shaking around a little bit. I think we have 40x somewhere. I think it's at a Cinemark near me, potentially. But, yeah, you're, like, shaking around. I feel like it's kind of like a ride. But for the whole movie is crazy. And, like, especially this movie, Test Drive's gonna be insane in there. That sounds wild. I'm kind of intrigued, honestly. If I like the movie enough, maybe I'll go try to find a 40x version. Because that'd be really impressive, I think. It might make me a little sick, but we'll see. True, I haven't watched Fanboys yet. It's still on my list there. The only movie I watched this week was whatever it is, Dead Reckoning Part 2. Nope, Final Reckoning is what it was called. But I could get in like Skywalker Ranch, get the early looks, sneak into the DreamWorks studio, get the early access look, take the reel. I wonder how long the IMAX reel is, because I know, like, with Oppenheimer, right, that IMAX reel was huge. It was like an 11-mile long. The thing weighed so much. So I wonder how much How to Train Your Dragon is, because I don't think the whole thing shot in IMAX. So probably a lot of it. I feel like when they were like, we're doing live action, Dean was probably like, yeah, we're doing live action, and you're going to give me all of the IMAX. I bet there's going to be a really sick ratio change on Test Drive, though, too. I bet we'll get some really cool stuff. Like, you feel like you got beaten up. Oh my gosh, that sounds crazy. I haven't watched My Hero. My girlfriend loves it, though. And I've seen, like, clips and stuff from it, but that sounds like a really intense, a very, very intense watch. Yeah, that makes sense. That sounds crazy. Oh, you're right. It probably is like the digital IMAX. I doubt this one's actually like a real film. That's a good point. I feel like only crazy people like Nolan do the full film. They might print it on one, I guess, but it's probably not a full IMAX there. That's a good point. But that's good to know. Maybe bring a extra pillow or padding to a 40X showing if I see it there to make sure I don't get a full knockout going in. Da-da-da. Okay, we're just going to alternate those. This is where all the spikes are going to go. Yeah, How to Train Your Dragon was digital. So I saw Sinners on, yeah, and IMAX too. That, I don't know, I didn't see the, this is the wrong piece. I just saw it in like regular IMAX theater, so not like the full 70mm, but that movie, amazing. That was a really, really good one. I bet, like, I would love to see that one in a 70mm. And I'd love to see most IMAX movies in 70mm, honestly. I feel like 70mm is the greatest experience. Here's a Stormfly torso. Oh, we gotta put some spikes in. Okay. Here we go. Yeah, 600 pounds was crazy. Like, that was wild. Because I think the whole movie was shot in film on IMAX too, like, which is wild. Usually in IMAX they don't film the whole thing in IMAX, right? Because that camera's loud and expensive. But Christopher Nolan is a crazy, crazy film dude. I want to go see Sinners again though. I would love. That movie was really good. Here's a full look at the body there. Stormfly's torso. I'll clip it into the legs here. I knew Sinners was gonna be good too because Ryan Coogler is just a good director, but I wasn't like I didn't know how good it was gonna be, you know. Let's see, there we go. I'm already noticing Stormfly might be a little top heavy. We'll have to see what happens when we add the tail. It might balance it out a little bit. All right, wing time. The wing is where it gets slightly more complicated. I like to do these brick-built wings on these dragons because I feel like it gives them more posability, especially since their heads are slightly like minimalized. They're not like the super flashy heads you can get, so I like getting some more expression through the posability of the wings. Over 3 of these. Some of this I remember how I built it, and some of it I do not. And the wings are a big one that I do not remember 100% how I built it. So I gotta lock in for this one. I saw this last year when they re-released Interstellar in 70mm. I went and saw that with some friends, and that was crazy. That was really, really cool. I love that movie already, so seeing it in 70mm was like a dream, basically. It was super cool. There's yellow on Stormfly here because she does have like a slight yellowing color on some of her. So I added some yellow to give that color some representation in the build. Because she's like a blue and she's got some like yellow. She's a very colorful dragon, which is very different to Toothless. So, ooh, that is interesting. Okay. So I already found one issue. This one won't actually connect here. I will have to maybe cover it. I don't know if I cover it later. That's the thing. Sometimes in studio, the program lets you do stuff that you can't actually do physically. So that one we might have to revisit. There we go. But that's why we build it and then we look again. Here we go. We got 4 of these. I am very excited, though, for How to Train Your Dragon in IMAX. I know I've said that a few times now, but it is true. I think it's going to be a good time. Especially because I haven't seen them, and I think they're really cooking. I do think it's a thing where, like, they're pushing marketing on this movie, so I think it's going to be, like, a big... They're making this, like, the summer movie. In a summer full of so many good movies to go see, why not add How to Train Your Dragon? This one also doesn't stay 100%. We're going to move some of these around while we're doing this, I think. That one can go there. That one can go here. Give the spikes a slightly different place, I think. Because some of them are not going to work. I am finding out as we do this. The reason is this, like, they want them to go, like, here. And in Studio, it says you can do this. But it actually is just kind of, like, sitting up. And, like, down here, it wanted this one to go here. But that's not actually a solid connection point. Technically, yes, it does connect. But it's not, like, a solid connection point. Hey, Joseph, welcome back. Oh, nice. Minecraft? That's always good. I love playing Minecraft with my friends. That's like, we play like 3 games. We play Destiny, Minecraft, and Marvel Rivals. And that's like that's what we do. Gotta go to AMC South Center for 16 IMAX. Ooh. They have 4 theaters in IMAX? See, here's the thing. This is my hot take about Woodinville, or not, these Seattle area AMCs. South Center is my least favorite AMC in the area. You got to go to Linwood. They got the big IMAX screen. That's the good one. That's my take on AMCs in the area. What would I like to see in Lego from the Star Wars Fallen Order games? The Stinger. I want definitely the ship. And then maybe like some of the temple stuff from Survivor. But I think like maybe I feel like a Zepho playset would work too. Like if we get like some Zepho play stuff there. But like the big one, absolutely the Stinger Mantis. Like that is a very, very cool ship. And I would love to have an actual set. I know I've seen some people like make them. They got like rebrickable versions. See, like, here's where they're supposed to go. Let's see if we can add those back in. But I would love an official Lego set of the Stinger Mantis. Probably the #1 build I'd want from there. Now that we have a BD1, I would have probably said a buildable BD1 to go with the other droids. But now that we have that, definitely the Stinger Mantis is the big one. Yeah, an Imperial base or like a landing pad on Zepho would be really good. I would love to see those as well. There we go. This one's a little... I think I am going to modify this slightly now that I'm thinking about it. That I'm looking at it built. I'll have some modifications out. But yeah, here's one wing. One wing done for Stormfly. We have some like extra spikes on there. Spiky wings. And then this one will go over here. Here we go. Wing. Ta-da. Oh, we're actually standing up pretty well. I'm genuinely kind of surprised. Okay, I'm going to try to just build the other wing off of this wing so I don't have to keep popping back and forth. The UCS TIE Interceptor set and the Droideka. Oh, yeah. The Interceptor is like one of my favorite TIE fighters. I really like that one. I haven't gotten the set. But usually I don't get those on like the non-minifig scale ones as much. I like to get like the more minifig scale UCS ones, but I do love some of those other ones too. They're really good. That Interceptor is a clean looking build. This is supposed to be the other way. Hold on. I almost already severely messed this up. This is supposed to be the opposite direction, not the same. Okay, there we go. Ooh, the Interceptor on the base there. That'd be really nice. I think having that interceptor there would be good. You have a ooh. Like an ATSD from the Series 2. Ooh. Real quick, back to AMCs. As I've said, I'm a big AMC guy. I go to AMC for most of my theaters. I don't love Regal as much. I mean, honestly, here's the thing. It's just the fact that I have A-list, and now it's like become kind of just a thing where I'm like, I love AMC, and so I don't switch. But we have a few in the area, and so there's all like a battle between them. But the thing with AMCs is each one has its own merit. Some of them have like bigger screens. Some of them have like better chairs, better rooms. But you always have a favorite AMC, and I love the Linwood one's got a good screen. The South Center one, I just not as much of a fan. I know they got big IMAX screens there, and they play a lot of movies. I'll give them that. Oh, this is supposed to go there. That's why. I was like, what did I do wrong? Sometimes South, like those theaters, like it's a big theater, so they get a bunch of the like more niche re-releases, which is also kind of fun, but it's also very far away from me. So I don't drive there because it is too far. Sorry, I'm very focused on trying to mirror this right now, and it is sometimes working and sometimes not working. Ooh, with Procreate, that's a good idea to use that as a design tool. I like that idea. I have like mostly when I plan stuff out, I just use like a pen and paper. But like I've wanted to design it like digitally. My girlfriend uses Procreate for her art stuff, and it's just like a really good tool. That's in the outside. This one's on the inside. Here we go. Nice. Wing is almost done. I need 2 of these. No. Yes, 2 of these. Because we moved where they are. Because I designed this not physically. That's the one thing. Always test the builds after studio because they slightly differ. Studio sometimes lets you get away with stuff you can't do physically. It's a great software, and I use it like all the time. But it will like sometimes you got to test the stuff physically. This happened with Toothless too. There were a couple things where I was like, oh, can't do that. So you got to always test them physically too to make sure, like with a real brick, that the parts actually connect together. Yep, they did. I can drive. I got my driver's license right when I got 16. I know some people who didn't, and they take the bus. And part of me, like, I wish I was more like attuned with the bus system, but since I've been able to drive so long, I like never really got attuned to that system. What are you doing here? Oh, you should go here. I'm changing where that goes to. Wait. Oh, that's better. Okay. I fixed my own flaw in my design. Just right now, looking at the wings mirrored. But yeah, there's like, but honestly, we don't have very good public transportation here, so not a lot. Here we go. Full set of wings there. We're getting there. We just have tail and head left. So she's coming close. And then I'll compare with the Toothless. This is what I was worried about. Little top heavy right now, but you can get a good. Ooh, I'm just gonna let her go down for now. Get a good dance. I am a Seahawks fan, but to be totally honest, I don't watch a whole lot of sports, so I wouldn't say I'm a diehard fan. I do enjoy partaking in a good watch of a Seahawks game, especially like when you go to games and stuff. That's like especially fun. I feel like that's when I really like sports. What I've been really into lately, Kraken hockey. We finally got a hockey team, and we're not good, but it's fun. We're not a good team, but we are a fun team, and that is part of what makes it more fun. Okay, on to the tail now. Got a few links. I don't remember how long. Is it 4 or 5? How many I do? Just looking really quick. I think it is. It is all 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Oh, you climb Mount Baker? It is a very pretty place. Mount Baker is great. But yeah, Seahawks fans can go crazy. They know how to party, that's for sure. And like Bellingham too, I feel like Bellingham is there's a lot of, I mean, honestly, there's not a whole lot to do in Bellingham, so people kind of just do whatever they want. And Seahawks are a big thing here, so climbing Mount Baker sounds very cool though. I have only ever seen it. I have not gone onto it. But I'm not much of a climber. Do you do a lot of mountain climbing then? You climb, cause you said you like live in a mountain area, so you also climb a lot. That's pretty cool though. To be able to say you've climbed like Mount Baker, like a big mountain. We have a few in the area too, so. Got a little bit of mountain stuff. We have St. Helens too, which is a cool one. I don't really know if there's a lot of climbing going on there, honestly. Now that I think about it. I feel like it's but they probably climb. It's not inactive, as far as I know. Oh, of the Glacier Pack. Nice. That's really cool. That's that's very cool. I think glaciers are such an interesting thing. I've seen one glacier before, and it was like breathtaking. And it's very sad that they are melting so quickly due to so much like just crazy climate change. Because not being able to see those is like just sad. Like the fact that some people aren't going to be able to see a glacier is crazy. Because they are beautiful. It's like a really very pretty thing to see. Maybe at some point I'll have to make it out to Bellingham to see it, to go on Mount Baker to see before. Although again, I'm not a big climber. I feel like I would run out of heat pretty fast. Oh yeah, these are definitely the wrong color here, but you know, it'll add a nice pop of blue to the end of the tail. We'll go with that. And we'll start again. Okay, now we have to add all of the spikes to this tail. So here's the tail pre-spikes. This one is done with ball joints. Low key, I might go back and do Toothless's tail with ball joints too. We'll see. I feel like his tail's not quite as thick as hers though, so that's why this one's a little bit thicker for the with the ball joints. But yeah. Okay, we got a lot of these little spikes to put in now. Oh, they were like really flowing. That's crazy. Like the runoff from the melting glacier. That's wild. They're so pretty up there, and it's there's such a unique experience to see the glaciers. It's breathtaking, like seeing something like that. There's this crazy natural like geological structure. And I'd love to go and see more at some point. We'll see if I do in my lifetime before anything melts. But it's just really, really pretty. I'm glad you got to see the one on Mount Baker, though, because that sounds lovely. I see Mount Baker a lot, and then I see Rainier a lot from where I live. You can see that's like our main. Everyone loves to like look at Rainier. It's like a big tourism thing. Because it looks beautiful. Like, I don't blame them. It looks really good. It's a great view seeing it while you're, like, driving. There we go. Fully spiked tail. Stormfly is a spiky dragon. So, you gotta have all the spikes on there. And we'll clip that here. There we go. Oh, and it balances a little better now, I think, with the spikes on there. Yeah, there we go. She's really coming together. I'm going to move all of this in a little bit so I can put her out here. We're almost there. We just have the head left. Stormfly's head is the final part of the build. Ooh, drink some water before we start this part. Speaking of Minecraft, though, Joseph, that is gonna be the next section of build. So, not section of build. The next build is gonna be Minecraft based. So after Berk, we're gonna do some Minecraft related, a Minecraft related mock, and I'm gonna be revealing that not this weekend. Next weekend, I'm releasing a kind of a deep dive into the Minecraft build I did, and we'll be revealing what the next build is, the Minecraft one. So I'm very excited about that. That project's going to be really cool. I hope it is. I'm excited to at least work on it. We got some teeth. I wanted to make sure we got like the teeth, like spikes everywhere on Stormfly, including like teeth and everything like that. About to start the cliff work. Yes, yeah, the cliff stuff. That is going to be very good. I like cliff work is, I think, very fun, especially like with Lego stuff. Rock work is just a very fun thing, and I'm learning a lot of new ways to work on rocks, which I think is fun. I like learning new things with the build. Yes, this is the mock I designed with Studio. So I've used a couple others before. There's the what is it? I think it's called Mecha Bricks. I've used that one a little bit before, but really I mostly just use Studio. I don't mess around with the other ones too much. So most of the stuff I design is through Studio, and then I order the pieces. What I like the most about Studio, honestly, besides it's just like a good program, but you can order the parts directly. Like, you can just put them onto a wanted list right into Bricklink, which is so nice, and it makes life so easy. So that's part of the reason I like using Bricklink. All right, I think actually one of the sellers sent me an extra one of these, if I'm remembering correctly now. So I don't think it was on purpose, but I appreciate the pieces either way, and I am glad. I thank them for sending the extra pieces. Sometimes Bricklink sellers do like to give little gifts out, right? So maybe they were like, yeah, throw another piece. Woo! I just kicked the tripod with the phone camera. I feel like Bricklink sellers, especially like after, like online on TikTok, like sellers are like, and here's a couple free gifts. Like Epic Bricks, he does that a lot, and those are like really cool. I feel like a lot of sellers have started adopting that policy of putting some extra little goodies in there. Which is very cool. I like that. It's very nice. Oh, one more. The one part I might go back and work on again with Stormfly is her head. I feel like there's a little bit of weird shaping on here, but I do like it. I just think the shaping could maybe use a little work. We'll find out. We'll see how I like it after I sit with it for a little bit. And decide from there. I like how spiky it is, though. I really wanted, when I built Stormfly, I was like, I really want her to be as spiky as possible. Because she's a spiky dragon. That's like her whole thing in the first one. Oh, sweet. Thanks, Copper. I'll take a look at that. That'll be very fun to look at. See the, like, greenery. I really like... I'm trying to do some more, like, ASMR stuff on the channel, too. Because I like falling asleep to rain sound stuff. And I know other people do, too. So I try to make some, like, ASMR videos of, like, different Lego people out in nature. So I like seeing this, like the natural side of things. Okay, we're almost done. I think last thing is all the spikes here. And then the eyes, of course. No spike. I wanted to make sure we got the nose spike on there, too. That's like an iconic part of the design. Looks kind of like hair before I put the spikes on. From this angle, looks kind of like a hairdo on Stormfly there. Let's see. Here. There we go. Bunch of spikes. This is kind of like her crest, right? She has like these, like a very spiky crest around her head. So that's what that is. And then lastly, eyes. Actually, I like this. This looks pretty good, I think. Let me see. We'll put these back on. These I did pop off to keep working. There we go. I'm going to bring this a little closer. Stormfly's head. Ta-da! Yeah, love the soothing rain sounds. I'm a big enjoyer. Like, rain sounds, like, I especially like with, like, Lego Minecraft stuff. There we go. Nice. Let's see if we can pose her. There we go. Nice. I'm going to end the time lapse really quick. Ooh, just put that like that for now. Luckily, the tail can be used as a support leg. Thank you, Joseph. I like how she turned out, I think. We'll get a little closer here. Let me see if I can zoom in. Maybe a little out. The nice thing about having a DSLR that I use for streaming is I can get closer. Okay. It might get a little bandy, though, just so you know, at this, like, this distance. But here she is. Stormfly. We got opposable wings. So these are on ball joints this time, so we can fly around. And if we want, we can do a full, like, wingspan like that. These are a little wiggly. I might swap these out. These like to wobble around. And I'm going to try to put something over there, too, to balance it, I think. But then you can fold in. And then this way, you can actually fold the wings all the way into, like, Toothless. Oh, her legs keep falling. There you go. And then you pull wings up. Fully folded in. And then the tail is fully posable here. It's all on ball joints as well. And then head. Head is on a ball joint socket. There you go. Let's see if I can get a good pose while we're here. I am pretty happy with how it's turned out. There's a few minor tweaks I'll do here. And I'll update those instructions soon for Rebrickable. I'm going to do a video for Stormfly and post it, I think, right after the movie comes out. So the instructions will be updated by then. So watch out for those. They'll be on Rebrickable. Oh, man. She's stuck. There we go. Here we go. Wings out, head up. I do want her to go back a little bit. You know what? We're going to swap something right now, actually. I'm going to swap these. We're going to break Stormfly apart here. I'm going to swap the parts on the legs. I think it'll be easier to pose if these are swapped. While we're live here. Yes, I'll bring Toothless out in just a second. I'm just going to swap. These are on first. I think it's going to be easier to pose this way. Easier to pose Stormfly when we're swapped around like this. Oh, the wing popped off. Whoops. Yes. Yes, way easier. Okay. Sometimes you got to mess around with the ball joints and flip them back and forth. Oh, other wing. wing. Let me zoom out again here too. There we go. I'll get rid of this for now. Ooh, I'm gonna smack the camera. Okay, we will put this back on. She is a little fragile, but honestly, when I first made Toothless, he was a little fragile too. That's just the same thing. Like with Studio, you can't tell exactly how things are gonna break and fall apart and all of that when you do it. So you just kind of like test it out when you actually build it. Okay, let's see here. Wings out like that. Are you licensed to do the dissections? No comment. I did do a lot of biology in school, so not saying I am a biologist by any means. I didn't do well in biology, but for a while there I was like, maybe I'll be a doctor. So okay, I think one thing I might want to go through and try to, she's a little top heavy, being honest. Here we go. Let's do this. It's about finding a balance in her pose. But she does stand upright a lot, so here we go. There we go, Stormfly. And let me grab Toothless here really quick. Oh, he's actually attached to a sort of camera rig I've made for flying these guys around, and that will be in a Toothless video coming out soon. Don't know when yet. I think that one's gonna be right before the movie comes out. But I'm gonna do a kind of deep dive into Toothless, and you'll get to see kind of this rig I've made, because I've got some videos coming out this week that I'm really excited for. I think they're really cool. And the more I see that tail too, the more I think I definitely want to put ball joints onto Toothless's tail. I might. That's a good idea to add just one more section to the tail. I think the thing is, I think she'll balance fine. I think the real issue is there's a really like light ball joint connection. But so I think the ball joints are like a little loose and wobbly, which makes it tricky. Here we go. Toothless and Stormfly. And I'll zoom in a little bit again. Let's see. We'll go there. We'll go over here. Over here, and then I'll focus because it's out of focus right now. There we go. Nice. There you go. We got Toothless. We got Stormfly. I do have Hiccup. I'm going to make Astrid for week 7's going. Well, no, week 6 going up tonight. Not tonight. Week 6 is going up tomorrow morning. So week 7 will be up in 2 weeks, and that one will have an Astrid minifigure for, because that's the final episode before the mid-season finale. So that's going to be a big one. I guess we can put Hiccup there, and then Stormfly, you're going to be able to just take those 2 pieces off to put a 2x2 brown piece on there. Thanks, Copper. I appreciate it. I'm really happy seeing her fully built, and honestly, I'm so glad that the sand blue was too expensive, because I think the bright blue, like the light blue color, is way better on her anyway. I'm going to use the I have the Viking Village set, and I think there's a hairpiece that'll look really good for Astrid in that one. But this mock is going to be based off of the animated series, or in trilogy, because that is the one I love the most. I'll probably have some references once the new one comes out to that one, but it's going to be mostly a animated representation of How to Train Your Dragon, so it'll have all that stuff, which I am excited for. I do really like who they cast as Astrid for the new one. I think she was in The Last of Us, and she was great. She was only in one episode, but she was great in that, so I'm excited to see her take on Astrid. And Mason as Hiccup, I think, is a great casting too, so I'm excited for that one. But yeah, here they are together, the 2 of them. But that is all I had planned for today's stream. So we are going to wrap it up there. Stormfly will not be in the episode for Berk tomorrow because it's already posted and obviously she wasn't done yet. So she will be live in week 7. But make sure you tune in on tomorrow morning for week 6. There's a lot of really good stuff in there. We got, I'm excited for the new Astrid, and like I'm excited to see all the takes on the new characters. I think it's great that Gerard Butler's coming back as Stoic too. He's perfect, so we're gonna use him again. But yeah, tomorrow we got a lot more progress than I had initially planned, which is good because then 7 we're gonna really focus on detailing, design. Stormfly will be in there. A couple other things. The house will be done by week 7, so we're getting really close. We are almost done with the mock series. So I just thank you everyone so much for helping and hanging out. I appreciate the everyone tuning in to chat. Joseph Copper, Procrastinators, thank you so much, and for the pro tips about finding screenings. Thank you, I appreciate that. I'm gonna look at that right now, and the scenery Copper as well. I'm gonna take a look at that. So, yeah, thank you everyone so much for tuning in. I appreciate it. If you liked the video, make sure you like and subscribe to see more LEGO How to Train Your Dragon in the future. Thank you so much for tuning in, and I will see you next week.